Are you being honest with yourself? Are you being honest with other people? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I can tell you, if you're not being honest with yourself, then you're definitely not being honest with others. The reason I can tell you that is because I've lived it and I'm living it right now. I have struggled to be honest with myself for all of my life, and therefore I've struggled to be honest with people in my life. The reason being is, from a young age, I was physically abused and emotionally abused. And that taught me to dim my light and not show up as my true, authentic self. So I started to develop to lie as a child to protect myself. I also ran into an experience when I was 9 where my friendship group decided to give me the silent treatment, and that just reinforced the feeling of me not being worthy, me not being good enough, and me not being able to show up as my true, authentic self. It then happened again to me when I was 14 or 15. My friendship group would not speak to me for a whole year. And again, that reinforced that I was not good enough, I was not worthy to show up as my true, authentic self. So I've struggled with being honest to myself and being honest to others my whole life. However, it's something that I'm working on currently at the moment, and it's difficult. It's a struggle. However, I'm determined to continue to work on it. So I've just been going through a breakup, and in that relationship, my old patterns, my old programming decided to pop up again. And I lied 13, 14 or 15 times in this relationship. And it really hurt the person. And because of that, I pretty much got my karma straight away. However, the problem that I was having was I was unable to take full ownership that that's what I'd done. I tried reasoning it with, I was fearful because of the way the person may react to me telling my truth. I felt guilt and shame about things that I was being asked of and about in the past, so I lied. These are all aspects of me, these are all shadow aspects of me that I hadn't fully worked through and integrated into my life, which I'm currently working on, integrating that shadow and forgiving myself and accepting that that was part of me. However, it is not who I am becoming. It's not what I am working towards. It's a struggle, as I said earlier. However, I'm also learning through this spiritual journey that it's going to take time, and I have to be patient with myself, because it's fucking a whole life of programming that I have to unprogram. The neuron pathways that I created are really well formed and structured. So to break that neuron pathway and that pattern takes a lot of conscious awareness, a lot of self-awareness, which I'm getting better at, which is awesome. Now, the other day at work, to a work colleague, I lied again. And it took me till the end of the day. Once I got home and reflected on the day, I noticed that I had done that. I had lied. Which is okay, because I'm working on it, and I'm going to be patient with myself. I'm not going to get shitty. I'm not going to get angry at myself. I have to nurture myself through this process. But I had a win the other day, in a sense, because I lied again. However, a few seconds after I lied, I caught myself out. I was like, in my mind, shit, I just did it again. That's a win though. That's me becoming more self-aware. That's me picking up the program, the subconscious program that's been running to lie, to protect myself. So I'm getting there. So I'm grateful that I'm getting there. What I'm also learning about this journey, about me being honest with myself and others, is that it's important to have a nurturing feminine energy when you're working on yourself, which is one of nurturing, it's one of kindness, it's one of patience. Because the masculine at times can try to come in, and the masculine energy can be very rigid, and it wants to get things done now and quickly. I've got to do it now. It's got to be done now. And if I don't get it done, and if I haven't defeated this issue with me being honest quickly, I've failed. However, what I've also learned is that because I am balancing my energies between feminine and masculine energy, the masculine is starting to come in more softly. Because as I said, the masculine energy wants to get things done. It wants to proceed. It wants to move forward. However, the way I'm going about it now is in a more gentle and soft approach. So I'm using the feminine and masculine energy to help me work on these shadow parts of me, the honest part of me that wants to be honest with myself and wants to be honest with others. I'm using the two energies, and we're balancing out. Sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I'm not good at it. However, that's okay. It's all okay, because we're going to get there. And as I shared in my video the other day, I'm learning to communicate my truth, which is what I'm doing now. What's helping me also become more self-aware is sitting with myself and meditating daily. Sometimes I do miss it. However, I'm working on that as well, to be more consistent in showing up daily to my meditation. What's also helping me with this is yoga, and doing that every day if I can. Again, some days I'm going to miss it. That's okay. We're going to be gentle. We're going to be patient. We're going to be nurturing to ourselves. We're going to get there. So if you guys are struggling with being honest with yourself and honest to others, or anything, I implore you today to start meditating. Take some time out today of your busy schedule and just sit in silence and start to notice what's running in your mind, and just try to observe. If you get caught up in the thoughts, that's okay. It's fine. It's all part of the experience. Just come back to your breath and start over again. And try to start doing that daily. Try to get out in nature more. Try to start doing yoga. These are all things that you can do, because when you start to sit with yourself and you start to step back from all the distractions that we have going on in our life, that's when we can start to go inwardly. And there's a lot of beautiful gems, and all the answers that you seek are within you. So that's my call to action today, is to step back, get some meditating in, get some yoga in, go for some walks out in nature, and spend some time with yourself without distraction. Peace and love, guys. Have a beautiful day.